It was barely 6:30 a.m. when the rumble of heavy machinery jolted me awake. The sharp scent of fresh asphalt stung my nose, creeping through my bedroom window in the quiet of a Connecticut morning. I stumbled out of bed, thinking the town of Fairview was repaving the street again. But as I peered through the blinds, my heart sank. A crew was pouring blacktop right across my front meadow-me land. My picket fence lay in splinters, my flower beds were churned into mud, and a bulldozer was flattening my rose bushes like they were weeds. I threw on a jacket, grabbed my phone, and stormed outside, barefoot and furious. The foreman, a wiry guy in a hard hat, barely looked up as I demanded answers. "Approved by the Maple Grove HOA president," he said, waving me off like I was a nosy neighbor. "It's a new shortcut to the elementary school. For the kids." My jaw dropped. A shortcut? On my property? I'd bought this half-acre lot on Willow Lane 3 years ago for its a cozy colonial with a wraparound porch, shaded by maples, far enough from the HOA's manicured cul-de-sacs to avoid their petty rules. Now, someone had decided my land was their personal roadway, and I was ready to fight. The trouble started a week earlier, though I didn't know it then. A woman in a silver BMW had parked on my street, snapping photos of my side yard. She had a tight ponytail, designer sunglasses, and a smirk that screamed trouble. I figured she was a realtor or lost. She didn't wave, just drove off. Now it clicked. That was Linda Harper, the Maple Grove HOA president, a woman notorious for fining people over untrimmed hedges or unauthorized mailbox colors. I called Fairview's town hall. After an hour of transfers, a zoning clerk confirmed no permits existed for a road on my property. This wasn't a mistake. It was theft. I drove straight to Maple Grove's Community Center, a pristine building on Cedar Drive, where Linda held court with her HOA board. She was on the patio, sipping iced tea, laughing with 3 others who froze when they saw me storming up, mud on my shoes. "Good morning," Linda said, her smile as fake as her tan. "Can we help you? Why is there a road on my land?" I snapped. She sipped her tea, unruffled. "We voted on it at last month's meeting. It's an access route to Fairview Elementary. For safety." Her tone dripped with condescension. "You didn't ask me." I shot back. "That's my property, not yours." Linda handed me a document labeled Community Easement. It looked official: stamps, signatures, the works. But I'd done my homework. The parcel number was wrong, the dates didn't match, and the county had no record of it. "This is fake," I said, holding it up. Her eyes flickered, but she recovered fast. "That's a bold claim," she said. "Calm down, or talk to our lawyer." She gestured to a man in a golf shirt who looked more like a country club regular than an attorney. I left, fuming, but not before snapping photos of the damage: crushed sprinklers, broken fence, and a community path sign staked into my lawn. My lawyer, Tom Bradley, was a bulldog who specialized in property disputes. Within 24 hours, we sent cease and desist letters to the HOA, the contractor, and the town. But Linda didn't blink. She posted a flyer in Maple Grove's newsletter. "School shortcut open thanks to your HOA." Cars started rolling through my yard by 7 a.m. minivans, dog walkers, even a delivery truck that flattened my tulips. A neighbor, Frank, a retired firefighter, stopped by with coffee and a grimace. "They're wrong," he said. "Linda once fined me for my flagpole shadow. She's out of control." His words fueled my resolve. This wasn't just about a road. It was about my rights. I documented everything: tire tracks, litter, a kid spray painting my shed. I installed motion cameras, catching joggers and loose dogs. At an HOA meeting I wasn't invited to, I crashed the party, plugging my USB into their projector. The room watched in silence as my footage played kids vandalizing my gate, a woman tossing a coffee cup into my ditch. "This is your community path," I said, holding up Linda's fake easement. "It's a lie. My land, my rules." The crowd murmured. A board member asked if the HOA could be sued. Linda's face went white, but she called my gate plan a bluff. She was wrong. I'd already secured a permit for an automated boom gate steel, sensors, the works. The city approved it in days. When the gate arrived, I watched the crew pour concrete and bolt it down, sipping coffee like a general before battle. That night, I lowered the arm with a satisfying clunk. The shortcut was dead. 10 minutes later, a mom in an SUV rolled up, confused, honking as another car blocked her in. Linda arrived. pounding on the gate like it would bow to her will. "This is illegal," she screamed. I leaned out my door. "It's my land, Linda. Trespass again, and you'll regret it." A deputy showed up, reviewed my permits, and shrugged. "Gate's legal. Road's not public. HOA's problem, not his." Linda's jaw hit the ground. Online, Maple Grove's Facebook page erupted. Some called me a hero, others a tyrant. A kid on a skateboard crashed into the gate, sparking more outrage. Then, someone slashed my camera wires. I replaced them, catching a figure who moved like Linda's husband, Greg. I sent the footage to the police, who filed a report but needed more proof. Linda upped the ante, filing a fire department complaint claiming my gate blocked emergency access. I invited the chief to inspect it. He tested the override code and nodded. "You're more compliant than most," he said. "Someone's stirring trouble." Linda watched from across the street, glaring. Then came the smear campaign. A Stop the Gate tyrant group with lies about me yelling at kids. I posted my permits online, but Linda's mods banned me. A board member, Ellen, tipped me off. Linda was using HOA funds for flyers and fake surveys. I urged Ellen to document it. The breaking point came at midnight. Headlights roared toward the gate. A black SUV Greg smashed into it, metal screeching, sparks flying. Greg stumbled out, reeking of whiskey, cursing me. I called 911. Cops arrested him for DUI and vandalism. My camera is catching every second. Linda arrived, shrieking, "You provoked him." The officer shut her down. "He drove drunk into a gate. That's on him." The video went viral in Maple Grove. Residents turned on Linda. Some left pies on my porch. Others sent apology notes. The HOA ousted Linda in a unanimous vote after an emergency meeting. My lawsuit against her for trespassing, defamation, and damages was a slam dunk. The judge ordered her to pay for the gate, legal fees, and banned her from contacting me. An HOA audit uncovered her embezzlement, new patio furniture, a hot tub, even a clown for her grandson's party, all on HOA dime. The town charged her with fraud. Her mugshot made the 6 o'clock news. I rebuilt my land better than before. Thick evergreens, solar lights, a gravel path for my walks. The gate got a new camera and a sign. Private property. No HOA access. City permit enforced. Respect is earned, I carved below. The new HOA board apologized, and one member, Carl, asked my advice on boundary rules. The school principal invited me to talk to kids about property rights. They called my gate the fortress, spinning tales of hidden gold. I told them boundaries matter, not dragons. The town even asked me to join a land use council. I said yes, grinning at the irony. Linda tried one last lawsuit, claiming emotional distress. It was tossed out, triggering more fraud charges. She faded into obscurity, her name poisoned in Fairview. My gate stood firm, a symbol of what happens when you stand your ground with facts, not fury. Neighbors now wave, some even stop for coffee. I raised the gate for polite ones, because boundaries aren't walls theory shields for what's yours. What do you think? Was I too harsh, or was Linda's entitlement the real crime? Share your thoughts below, especially on how we handle injustice and aggression in our communities. Let's hear your stand comment now.